In the last episode of Planetary vs. Good Master, we had a perfect episode. We played a Zerg, a Terran, and a Protoss, and we won them all, and we reached a new peak MMR of 5241. This MMR is at the border of Grandmaster. How much higher can we truly go? Let's find out. Alright, first game of the day is against the Terran. Don't think we've played against this Terran before. We're playing on Dragon Scales, and I'm actually... Have we played? I think we played this map once. Yeah, I'm not quite sure which challenge it was in, but I do remember playing it once. Now, against Terran, I want to try a slightly different strategy with my Planetary Rush this time. I want to go with Cyclones. And I feel like what happens a lot is that we get cheesed. I'm forced to respond to it, and then I kind of counter them with a Planetary. But here, I would like to make the difference with aggressive Cyclone usage plus the Planetary. This is a pretty scary way to use it, because I think I mentioned in the last episode too, if you play like that, they get one tank out. Cyclones are not going to be very happy, but at the same time, it is always a balance of distracting your opponent just enough to get the Planetary up in hopefully a key position, like in their natural, in their main, etc. Now, most people do play pretty standard double gas, which means they have a good combination of Reaper Hellion. And Cyclones are pretty good against that. You know, early on, Cyclones, It's actually a little tricky. A lot of people feel like Cyclones are tanky. They can beat an infinite amount of Reaper Hellion. Actually, they really can't. Like, one Cyclone dies to 5, you know, Reaper Hellion already. So it is a bit of a micro dance, but at the same time, if there's just not enough Reaper Hellion, the Cyclones can really dunk on all of them. So there's a few scenarios that I have in mind. One scenario could be that my opponent decides to make more and more Reaper Hellion to overpower the Cyclones. And that could be the perfect scenario, because then maybe I can distract him well enough. He doesn't have enough DPS to take down the Planetary, etc. And let's just make sure we're not getting cheesed firstly, because that has been happening a lot, like I said. This main base is freaking gigantic, by the way. Like, this is so much place to drop in a normal game. Like, obviously for a PF rush, it doesn't really matter, but oh my god, this main is absolutely huge. And let's make sure my SCV doesn't die to a Reaper. I'm gonna go in and leave right away. Looks like a double gas could also be a mind game 2-Rex Reaper, but I think we're just gonna imagine that it's a double gas. I feel like a 2-Rex Reaper. It's just not very popular these days, so I'm gonna hide my SCV somewhere here. And then at some point get my CC going up. Now, it is a little bit tricky. Where do I want to put the CC? I think ideally I want to go for that main location over there. Like in between the main and the natural. Threaten the depots, threaten the add-ons that are there and stuff. It is a little bit scary to make a CC right here, because the Reaper might find it, right? And that's not what you want. I'm just going to go for it. I think this is a pretty decent location. Let's see. He is making a command center of his own. And his Reaper is still there. It looked like he wanted to scout, but I may have distracted him away from the scout. That would be ideal. If he was going in that direction and I took him away from it, that would be perfect. I'm going to do the build I did against the Protoss in the last episode, where I just keep making Reapers. I do hope he really doesn't... Oh, actually, I just realized. Oh, no, I thought you would jump down here. But the jump off spot's actually here, so that goes straight into the command center. Oh, no, now I'm starting to get a little bit scared. Okay, so he went for a Hellion. He's still chilling at the front. Now, I need a little bit more gas. Let's see, should I go for a starport here? I don't think I can really afford a starport, to be honest. I think I'll just go for an engineering bay. And I really hope he doesn't decide to sneak around. That is a very bad mistake by me. And now you guys know, if you're going to do a Planetary Rush yourself, please do not build it here, because the Reaper Cliff will see everything and ruin your dreams, which is not what we want. I'm going to make another depot. I would like to move out already, but I do want to wait for that extra Cyclone. Okay, his units are here. That is great news. His units are here. He's going to go in and lose 1 unit for free. That is fantastic. And it was a Reaper as well. That's even better. Now, ooh, gotta be careful. His Reapers could still go here, keep in mind. If he just clicked in his main base, that means his Reapers are gonna go there. At this point, it's already gonna finish though, so that's beautiful. And let's go straight for that base. And at home, I'm gonna be expanding behind it. Should I wait for another Cyclone? The answer is probably... Now, let's see what he actually has over there. There could be a building here too. Now, looks like there's no building. And he's definitely gonna try to respond to it by pulling his units there. As you can see, he's already going up. And now... there we go. The Planetary has begun. And now I need to make sure to get a lock-on onto that Cyclone. Oh, I actually did get the lock-on onto the Cyclone. That is massive. He doesn't realize his Cyclone is dying. He took so much damage. And now I'm going to be able to kill that Cyclone. There we go. Cyclone falls. And now I have a really good distraction here. That tank is also going to die to the Cyclone, guys. I got a lock-on the tank. The Reapers are still alive, too. And there we go. That Planetary is undoubtedly going to go up, I would say. I don't have an SCV to repair it, which is a little bit rough. Let's see if I can get another double lock-on there. There we go. Ooh, need to make sure to save that. 1 HP Cyclone over here. It worked. GG. It definitely did. Let's freaking go. And this was an absolutely epic micro dancer, I have to say. I got so much damage on the Cyclone. Reapers dove in. Took care of the Cyclone. This Cyclone gets a lock on the tank, but he's busy microing this, so he didn't pull the tank back in time. That tank goes down, and I told you guys that's the biggest danger here. That tank sieges here. Nothing I can do. Tank goes down. Units are not in position to defend or kill the Cyclones because it is Reaper. Planetary finishes. His natural would have gone down. My natural would have finished. And this was an absolutely beautiful execution. The Cyclones worked. Let's go for game number 2. Alright, we got another Terran player. Okay. Now, I'm trying to think of a strategy. Or maybe I'm trying to think of a way to make our previous strategy even better. Because I have to admit, it does feel a little bit awkward rallying one Reaper across at a time. Like, I'm not quite sure if that is a vibe. Maybe I could go for like a reactor first. Do like a really early scout. That's actually not so bad of an idea. Let's try that. So what I'm thinking here is you guys might actually remember this specific detail from the Marine Medivector Grandmaster series. But if you want to play reactor first against Terran, you have to scout really early to make sure your opponent's not cheesing, because reactor first against any cheese is not an instant death sentence. So in this case, it works out pretty well, because I can scout early and then get my SCV in the perfect spot to build a command center just in time. Scout his base, still get out. And then maybe the reactor first can help make my build feel a little bit stronger. Because yeah, rallying Reapers one at a time, I mean it works, but you know, if I have a few more Reapers, I'll have to sacrifice a little bit of economy for it so I can have more gas. But I really don't think that's that big of a deal. Keep in mind, you know, transitioning from this and all is pretty nice, but in the end we are trying to win the game with our Planetary Rush. And last game was a really good example of that. My opponent, he left because he knew he could do nothing as the Planetary anymore. The Planetary was going to kill his depots, his reactor. His natural was forfeit, and there was nothing we could have done. If in that scenario, the Planetary is not there, he would actually just be totally fine in that case, right? Well, maybe after losing the tank, that's a little bit rough. But besides that, it was fine. But the Planetary is really the game closer here. Now, let's see what our friend here is up to. I want to make sure to not get walled in, of course. Looks like, yeah, he might be going for it. I'm not sure why he's attacking my SCV. I think my timing was so early that he felt a little bit sus. Now, where do I make the CC this time? Because is there even a good location to build a command center? I'm not sure about it. Like, I can build it here, but then it's going to take a long time to arrive. I can make it in between. But then if a Reaper just jumps up there, that's already it. Oh, so he's going to go for the bunker approach to my reactor. That's interesting. Makes sense as well. Oh, I need to... Wait, oh, I made an extra depot. I was wondering, why do I not have money? But I made an extra depot on accident. Let me try to micro this as well as I can. As long as the bunker doesn't get over, totally fine. Yeah, there you go. He might be able to do a little bit of damage, but I don't think it's going to be anything too significant. But yeah, making that extra depot on accident is a little bit rough. That's the least I can say about it. I'm going to make 2 Reapers here instead of 2 Marines. So his Reaper, if my calculations are correct, should have about 10 seconds of time to kill my SCVs before my Reaper spawn. So there we go. My Reapers are going to finish in 13 seconds from the moment of the first hit, most likely. Oh, he might get that one on the factory. That's a little bit annoying. If he stays here, he might lose the Reaper, though. So that's actually not that big of a deal. That would even be a very good trade. And now it looks like he's going to leave. Pretty good timing by him overall. So well done. You know, he didn't kill any SCVs, I think. Yeah, he didn't kill any SCVs, but even then, you know, I had to pull some. Did a little bit of damage to myself. Now we're going to be starting that command center on this side this time. I can't believe he hasn't canceled this yet, by the way. Because, like, that is, you know, 75 minerals that he would get back that I imagine he wants. It doesn't seem like he actually wants them, but I think he does. Let's make a Cyclone here. And you see we already do have more Reapers. At the same time, it was very expensive to make all this. So I guess we'll see. He might be expecting some kind of attack. What this bunker is doing for him is giving him perfect vision over my base. He could have seen if one of my SCVs would have gone to the natural, right? And he saw it wasn't the case. So he is going to be preparing for a one-base attack. He's going to put him in a good spot, but we'll see. This command center is going to be done relatively soon. I can start one more Cyclone before I need to make an engineering bay, I think. There you go. Actually, I could have made both of them at the same time. Not really that big of a deal anyway. And now I got my first Cyclone out. I'm going to go for it. I did forget the tech lab on my factory for a little bit. So maybe my timing is going to be a little bit more scuffed. But that's okay. Now, since I do not have any scouting, it's kind of hard for me to tell whether I should be going for the natural or for the main base right away. Like, keep in mind, I'm going to fly over his natural in this case. Here we go. Actually, I can just scout with my command center thinking about it. Maybe that's just the best way to go. I do have a lot of units, so I can burst a lot of things down besides a tank. A tank would really be a deal breaker here, I want to say. So he has a bunker. That is interesting. Maybe I'll just go for the natural then, if there is a bunker out here. Okay, let's go. We're targeting that bunker now. Oh, he has Reapers inside. I mean, I have enough Reapers to counter that. And there is the tank, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to put it right next to his tank. There we go. Okay, I need to cancel this. Now, oh, I actually have a good idea here. I need to go for the main base. I'm gonna go for that tank right there. Can I actually get it? Oh no, that Hellion killed my Cyclone. I lost to that Hellion right now. I'm not too sure if you guys realize what happened there. That Hellion actually effectively killed my second Cyclone there, which is incredible. Now with some micro, I can totally win this trade. He hasn't landed the Viking yet. Let's do some micro here. Get all of those Reapers out of the way. I'm gonna launch a mule here, just so I can repair it, because he's probably not paying attention if I had to guess. Okay, I got another Reaper here. Let's go. Yeah, the mule's doing fantastic. And now I'm gonna get another Reaper. The Planetary finishes. She's gonna take damage there. I don't have my own expansion yet, though, which is very unfortunate. Let's make an SCV from this. And now we do have control over his natural. Not quite sure we're out of the woods yet. I don't think we are, to be honest, because he's going to have another tank finishing here any second, I would believe. He made another Viking, which is pretty good for us. There's the tank I was talking about. But now he doesn't have that many units, so we can get into the main base. He forgot to send his SCVs back to mine. He wasn't mining from it all this time. And his main mineral line is being destroyed. I think we should go for a Cyclone there. See if I can micro this. I can probably kill so many SCVs here if I micro this properly. Look at this position I have. That is beautiful. And this should stay alive. He's focusing the Planetary. He doesn't realize his tank is dying to my Cyclone. Look at that. I'm going to come in with my Reapers as well to finish the job. There we go. That is a dead tank, and that Planetary is going to stay alive for a long time. Now, do I have a transition from this? I'm not sure. Oh, I really would have liked to kill that Reaper. Not going to happen, though. Now let's try to saturate this natural over here. And this has been a really incredible game so far. So there's another tank up, but now I have 4 SCVs repairing. Are 4 SCVs going to be broken? I don't think so. And I have so many SCVs ready. Let's put those on auto repair. Go back into the main. Doesn't seem like he's ready for this jump back into the main here. Gonna kill, yeah, pretty much the remnants of his economy, I want to say. Because there's nothing left here, really. See, kill those SCVs as well. I cannot really escape here because the tank might not target fire. Okay, so now he has a Liberator. That means I do have to get out. Maybe this one can escape without target fire. And what I have to be afraid of now is just that his army is too big. Cyclones are not fantastic at dealing with sieged tanks. Like, oh, the Planetary. How many kills does it have, actually? I want to check. 8 kills on a Planetary. That's probably all SCVs that he has been rallying. And I think I'm going to go for a starport here. Probably want to do a little bit of a transition into mech. Like, not hardcore mech, but just make sure I have enough, like, quality units to deal with he has, which is mostly going to be Cyclones. And probably Vikings as well, if I had to guess. Now, Macfield is finished. Oh, this could be beautiful. Guys, if he unsieges and takes the low ground expansion, I could kill all of his units. Yeah, it's going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. That's 1. That's 2. Okay, we got a Viking and a Liberator for free, pretty much. That is fantastic. Maybe I can kill that Viking too. No, a little bit too greedy. Let's get some more lock-ons here. Didn't get the tank, sadly, but so many units going down, which is beautiful. I do need to get a 3rd base up at some point. Like, keep in mind, he is on 2 bases. He does have more air control than me. Did I kill every single Liberator? I think I saw a red HP Liberator there at the end of the action, right? So, do need to protect my bases from that. I can actually use my Marines for that. I think he might be a little bit too poor to spend money repairing the Liberator. Because, yeah, he doesn't have any SCVs. So it's likely it shows up red health. And then my few Marines can just deal with it, which is really nice. So I would like to keep my Cyclones on the map. The only way I could really falter this if he gets like a really strong tank push going. Could even be dodging my army. I do have 2 factories now. Gonna start my own tank production as well. And then we'll see if there's any more damage I can do. I did just get a cool idea. I could go for a double medevac production and then drop, you know, 4 Cyclones in his main base and snipe some buildings. That is actually a pretty cool idea. As I said, here is the Liberator and it's gonna fall right away. He's gonna see I'm making a 3rd command center. At least, he might think that's my... You're thinking about it. He might think that's my natural because a Planetary Rush is pretty committal, of course. Oh, can I get some Vikings here, maybe? 1 Viking lock-on would be nice. There we go. Yeah. Oh man, Cyclones do so much damage to those. Alright, let's go for... Ooh, That's actually a painful hit. Now you can see 1 tank volley, 1 cyclone is red, 2 are yellow. Or 1 is orange rather, 2 are yellow, so that's pretty painful. Now I'm gonna go for my double medevacs. I'm only going back so I can repair these cyclones. It doesn't look like he has the intention of moving out anytime soon. So I'm gonna make use of that to just get my cyclones back to full health. But not like those to get one shot at any point. Let's do a scan to be safe. Should I make... I guess I could even make 2 more medevacs, or is that a little bit too crazy? I think it might be a little bit too crazy. Let's just get those up. And then I want to siege my tanks in position. TVT is always a little bit of a funny dance where the only realistic counter to a tank push is to have your own tanks in Vikings, right? Because it's nothing else really kills it in a TVT, so you do need to make sure to always have your tanks in the right position. And at some point I'm gonna go for a bulldozer attack. Oh, this is what I mean. This is gonna be beautiful. That 3rd command center is just absolute toast to these 4 Magfield cyclones, and it's gonna be very frustrating for him. He thought he was safe. He thought he built it far enough from the edge, but now he's just gonna die for free. And the medevacs are already paying off, which is beautiful. What an idea here. I could even try to go for this one as well. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna take so much damage. You need a lot to actually repair that. Okay, now we're gonna dip here. Because those Vikings would kill my medevac and prevent my escape, which is not something I want to have to deal with. And then maybe we can go for our own counterattack ourselves, like with a big push. I know he had a lot more tanks than me, but he doesn't have Marines. I think I also have a decent amount of Vikings that I can land. Yeah, this looks beautiful. I think that this is just something I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna land the Vikings on top. Oh, his Vikings are there. He's gonna lose all those Vikings to the Cyclones. This is an absolute disaster. They're pretty much all dead besides 1. The tanks are gonna die to the Vikings landed on them. And this was just a beautiful execution. I think this might have been the cleanest game yet. The cleanest follow-up, at least, from a Planetary Fortress Rush. And I just love this one, to be honest. Units lost 4.1k against 6.8. That is pretty incredible if you're trying to do a PF rush. He had tanks, he had a bunker, and we still made it happen. And guys, we're gonna have to start thinking, is this strategy actually good? Where you can break someone with tanks, Vikings, and bunkers? I don't know. It really shouldn't be the case, but we made it happen. Let's go for game number 3. Alright, 3rd game is against a Zerg, a high MMR Zerg, a Neo-Humanity. Alright. I think we played this map before. It's the map with the gold patches where we flew over the PF against the Protoss player. I remember it quite well. That's when we figured out you could also make Cyclones with the PF rush against Protoss. Now we're playing against Zerg. I'm a little bit conflicted right now because I really wanted to try to once again do a PF rush with Mass Reapers. I just don't really feel like this is the right map for it. It's just looking at the mini-map already, there's just no terrain here to micro Reapers. There's no cliffs. There's 1 cliff into the main. But besides that, there's just absolutely nothing to be found. So I think I'm just going to go for my same Hellion style. The follow-up, I'm not sure yet. I love the follow-up with the Ghost. I might just go for it again. But we'll see what my hands decide to do. Now this map, I do have to say, by the way, it's... I don't know how important those features are, but I always love it when map makers try something different, or at least something that you don't see very frequently. Like, for some reason, it's such a small detail, but I just love that these patches are gold minerals instead of regular minerals for once, you know? You mine them and it allows you to take a 3rd base. I love that. This base looks really funny, where... It's kind of a base that looks like you can siege it from behind easily, right? But then the behind is your own base as well, at least ideally. I hope so, unless you play against me Planetary rushing you. And I like that this map just looks a little bit different. The middle of the map also has these towers that you can collapse on an army. I think those towers would actually kill the army as well if you drop them on top. So if you know an enemy is approaching, you could gather your army here, collapse a tower on his army. And it might just all die. Especially in the slow zone, by the way. That's going to make it even more difficult for him to escape. And then you have these rocks that you can break. Overall, it looks like a cool map. I have no idea about the balance of this map. I mean, I hope it's good. But besides that, I don't really know anything about it. But I guess we'll find out if it's good for Planetary rushes, first of all. This does not really look like it's a wall, by the way. Because of that little area over there. Okay, that's not a hatch first, I think. Wait, oh no, I scouted early. Okay, I was wondering, why is it taking so long to finish? But yeah, I did scout a little bit earlier, I was wondering. Now, the Overlord is over here, so I do know how to juke it pretty well. I'm gonna go down here, and then I'll make the command center over there. This is a little bit of a rough map to decide where I'm gonna put my command center on. Because if you look at it, I'm not sure if the Zerg is going to take this base or take the one on the inside. Obviously, if I build my command center here and he's planning to take that base, that's not going to be very pretty for us, right? Anyway, I'm going to start my Hellions. I'm going to cancel this SCV so I can make my command center a little bit faster. Ghost Academy after the CC. Oh, we could also take this watchtower. Oh, man. Yeah, this is a risky one. I mean, I guess Planetary Fortressing in itself is not the most safe build to begin with, so I guess I'll just take it. I do think I've messed things up a little bit, though. The timings here do not feel quite right to me already, but that's okay. Like, in particular, my Ghost Academy is late. I might have just started the second gas a little bit too fast. That seems like to be the biggest issue here. Oh, maybe we can... Yeah, we can find the other Zergling, too. That's nice. If I was this Zerg right now... I'm expecting a one-base Hellbat all-in, because who else would be making Hellions without having an expansion, right? So to me, this seems like a clear one-base Hellbat all-in, which sucks for us, because that means he's gonna make a Spine. Oh, we need to kill that tumor. He's making a Roach Warren, actually. Oh, we actually got it. Ah, beautiful. Okay. Now we might be able to actually deny it still, which is fantastic. I do still need to get an engineering bay up, sorry. Because, you know, else I can't make a planetary fortress rush, which is the entire point of this strategy. There's one more creep tumor here that I would like to kill. He's going to be making roaches to deal with this, which is a good choice. I'm going to kill that queen, actually. Oh, he's really not handling this super well when it comes to the micro. I think he didn't make a single Zergling because he just didn't want me to run by, and he was saving his larva for... you know, what's it called? He was saving his larva for the roaches. So now the command center is gonna come in. The creep is actually gone. I killed the tumor without actually looking at it. Or well, I killed it with the splash of the queens. And now here we go. This is gonna be what it's all about. I have a Hellion here, but now the command center is arriving. If I get that command center up, he's gonna be a little bit sad. Just go, or get the planetary up rather. I need my ghost to arrive. There we go. My ghost is here. We're gonna kill that one roach very fast. He's gonna lose another few units very fast as well. Let's see. Oh, I wasn't able to land that. This really needs to land. The Zerglings are dying, which is nice. I can really... Oh no! The slow zone! Is the slow zone gonna kill my ghost? Please tell me it doesn't. I really need to land that. Come on. Get it down. Okay, there's the PF. The PF is landing now. We got another ghost here, which is gonna be fantastic. He loses that one roach. And now he's desperately going to be trying to survive this attack. There's no creep, which is going to make this such a better attack for us. There we go. That one roach is going to fall. I have a lot of low HP Hellions here. He's trying to kill that, but I'm not going to let him. And the planetary is going to finish. I think it would be really nice if I could launch a mule here to repair this one at least. Let's try to get some damage. These Hellions are all so low HP as well. Let's see if I can cut this one off. Yeah, there we go. You could actually have killed that ghost, so that was a pretty risky maneuver. But we managed to survive here with this planetary, which is fantastic. I'm going to cancel my Hellions because I do need to transition behind this. And obviously, he will be trying to use Ravager Biles to kill this planetary slowly. But with repairs, I can negate that. Now, my economy is still worse than his, which is a little bit problematic, of course. Let's see if I can get 2 snipes on the Ravagers. There we go. I think that's 2. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. Gonna keep repairing that. Can I get another one? Do I have more energy here? I don't think so. Oh, I do actually have energy. That's my bad. But yeah, how many do I need to protect that? I'm not quite sure. He can also take this base on this map, by the way. So this is actually going to be an interesting dance. Let's see. We're going to go for it again. And we're going to get 2 Ravagers, I think. 3 Ravagers. Oh, that is beautiful. I'm going to make a starport this time. Last time with this build, I went for... a 3-1-1 follow-up, or I went a 3rd CC, and then I ended up going for, you know, just Marine follow-up. Now I want to make a starport. I want to have enough units, or enough medevacs that I can kind of micro my ghost in the medevacs against whatever he has. Let's see if I can get another snipe. There we go. That's one Ravager going down. And playing against these ghosts is going to be very, very frustrating him, surely. Now, do I make more Hellions, or what do I make? He doesn't have a lair yet. He actually has to remake the Roach Warren, which is pretty tough for him. Let's see if I can get another snipey here. Okay, not quite yet. He doesn't have a lair, which is the biggest thing. If you guys notice, I sent my SCVs back. Because I think the aggressive game is kind of over right now. There we go. I'm going to get that one. Beautiful. He might still try to come for this, though. And now, finally, we can start making medevacs. I have this base up. I need to use this one as well to make SCVs. Oh, he might... Oh, he does have a good amount of Ravagers. Let's try to snipe that one, then. There we go. That's a Ravager dead. That's going to be another Ravager dying. Dude, the efficiency here is incredible, by the way. On these freaking ghosts, the efficiency is insane. Let's see. Oh, he's actually making drones here. I don't think so, buddy. That's not done. Oh, I got another few Ravagers. Actually, I only got one, I think. So that's unfortunate. Let's see if I can get some more. There's another few Ravagers dying. I've got all of the Ravagers besides one with the snipes. He's trying so hard to overpower me, but the snipes are just too efficient. I have so many ghosts that the energy is recharging a little bit too fast. And I think the Planetary can handle the spines pretty much on its own. Oh, he is getting on top of these ghosts now, which is rough. As you can see, they do die pretty fast. Let's try to get some repairs on. Let's snipe that Ravager if we can. Got a Ravager and a Roach, so the Planetary is still standing strong. He really needs to break this. This is pretty much his last stand here. Especially if the spines are gonna fall. Do I need to make an extra barracks? Okay, how many ghosts do I have? He's gonna try to target... Oh, he's targeting my SCVs instead. That's an interesting choice. The Planetary is killing them so fast, though. I got another snipe on the Ravagers. 2 Ravagers going down. And wait, that... Oh, that's actually out of range of the Planetary. I didn't even know that was possible, honestly. I didn't think about it. But my Planetary is slowly dying. Let's move this SCV so it doesn't die to the bio. And now we're getting in here to snipe this Spine Crawler. And we have done it. Another beautiful Planetary Fortress Rush episode. The units lost 1,800 against 8,000. Absolutely brutal. And this might have been one of my favorite games yet in the entire show, to be honest, because this Planetary did all the work. I'm not sure how many kills it has, but these ghosts just kept recharging. He just didn't quite have enough to break me. He tried with the Roaches. He tried with the Spine Crawlers. He even tried to break me early with a few Roaches, but we were able to withstand everything. At the end, he had a lair, but we were too overpowering. And these games made Planetary Fortress look amazing. Hope you guys had a fantastic time. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all for the next one. Adios.